আমি বলতে যেটা চাই সেটা হলো যে একটা দুর্বৃত্তই তো রাজনীতি থেকে what do we expected, nothing more than what happened already, because this criminalized politics has created their own self-interested group in every sector, whether be it in power, be it in banking, be it in energy, in every sector. These political criminals has created a self-interested group for their own benefit. Now, so essentially, if we want to do reforms, if we want to have a better Bangladesh in the future, the first thing to reform is the politics. This is my view, and I am so sure about it that you can argue with me for 3 days, 30 days, but essentially the first area of the reform is the politics. Politicians, if they are criminalized, they will reform only criminal things. They will not do anything better for us, for the society. And I have seen in the last 15, 20 years that the society among the business people, among the people who are creating the wealth or who has the wealth, divided into two parts. One part who are creating the wealth for the country. In the process of creating the wealth, they are also making some money. Many of them I can see sitting here. And there is another group who is not creating anything, but they have earned all the money. So there are two groups in the society. One are created the wealth, in the process they are making some money, and other are making enormous money, but not creating anything, just looting. So unless you change the system, I thank Mr. Muazzam for a huge list. It will take 20 years probably, but 20 years later, probably I will see again I'm in 1980s. Anyway, I have a lot of things to say, but young advisor are getting impatient now, so I will let him speak, but one issue I will speak. My Chamber of the President also says some banks should be closed down. Mr. Muazzam also recommended same. But I think they should also think the implication, closing the bank. They have not created any bank, any one of them. But I have created the first bank in Bangladesh. It was established in my office. One bank I am going to name. And that was when I left the chairmanship of the bank in 2006. It was supposedly #1 private sector bank in the country. Now it is the worst one in the country. They should ask the question, why? Who did it? Who allowed it? Why not to punish them? But instead of making a wholesale comment, close them. And my friend is there, they cannot even pay their salary because they can withdraw the money. It is easy to break, easy to close, but not easy to make, easy to construct. So I want either Mr. Muazzam or my young colleague, don't make the wholesale comment. Because we are here to make our society built, not destroyed, not to throw it out. So now question is that the way I think things in my own way, we will have problem. But we also have a responsibility between all the groups to make our country to take forward. But the way I can see the difference between the politics and the economics. Am I hopeful? I am not so sure. So I think that in the near future, we must all work together to get our country forward. Otherwise, we will have a real problem. You have not seen the problem what I am expecting in the future. For example, one example, and that will be end of my whatever I wanted to say. Who does our monetary policy? Does anybody know here? The very policy we are being affected every day. Does anybody know who make our monetary policy? It is the central bank who is supposed to do it in every country. And what is the objective of the monetary policy? It is only the reduction of the inflation. But I think that it is supposed to be a balanced growth, supposed to be a higher employment, supposed to be also reduction of the inflation, and supposed to be a exchange control stability. So if central bank undertake all the responsibility of the inflation to reduce, I think they are living in the fool's paradise. Because there is 17 to 18 reasons why inflation takes place in the society. Now central bank, what they are doing, they are creating a monetary policy. By that they are creating another problem. Is that they are creating a supply side problem in the market. So the price anyway will go up. Inflation will continue to be high. It is not only restricting money supply. One of the newspapers told that IMF has told Bangladesh Bank maximum limit to print currency is something like 400,000 crore. But so far we have printed 360,000 crore. But all these 360,000 crore is in circulation. Because every time somebody goes and raid a house, they find 3 crore, 5 crore, 10 crore. So all this money are not in circulation. So who did this study that out of 360,000 crore, how much really in circulation? We have a lot of currency goes on the other side of the border. If you go 10 miles up to the Indian border, Bangladeshi currency is okay. So who did this study? So who has decided how much we should print the currency? I don't want printing currency and make the inflation. I do not want that, I support that. But who did this study? So the most dictatorial institution now in the country is our central bank. And this central bank has destroyed all the commercial banks. Now they are creating opportunity. They are closing some bank, fine, but they are creating opportunity in some other banks. And I think some of these are intentional. So I think I will request Mr. Muazzam, a bright and special person in Bangladesh in terms of, don't make the wholesale comment. There is a lot of implication of the comment you make. So I will, and also my young friend around me, because you want to discuss with me, I will more than happy to discuss with you. But I am saying that we should restructure our central bank. Take this dictatorial system away. Make sure that people who are affected, they must be included in the making of that policy. Thank you.